Butterfly effect. The idea that small events can have a large, unpredictable influence on the future. The WWE is known for its infamous butterfly effects, with some still occurring and affecting right now today's WWE. Today we're going to dive into some of WWE's biggest what ifs. Number one, we have an underrated one that nobody really talks about much, and it's Randy Orton cashing in, leading to Yes-O-Mania. At SummerSlam 2013, Randy Orton cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase with the help of Triple H on Daniel Bryan after he defeated John Cena for the WWE Championship. From here, the Authority was born. This led to multiple historic moments in such a brief moment in WWE. This includes Yes-O-Mania, the return of Evolution, the breakup of The Shield, and Team Cena vs. Team Authority. And the breakup of The Shield alone, as we saw recently, has still 10 years later led to wonderful storytelling and huge success within the three men's careers. Also, a side branch that happened was Punk leaving, which also led to Daniel Bryan's big moment at WrestleMania. Number two, we have Triple H's curtain call, which led to Austin 316, the infamous promo. The curtain call led to Stone Cold Steve Austin winning the King of the Ring. Nash and Hall were out of the company, and Shawn Michaels was WWF champion at the time, so couldn't be punished. Triple H was set to win King of the Ring, but had that taken away as his punishment. Austin's rise to stardom began at the '96 King of the Ring. He began using his trademark finishing maneuver, the Stone Cold Stunner. With his new technique, he won the King of the Ring tournament. After defeating Mark Merrow in the semifinals, Austin defeated Jake the Snake Roberts in the finals. At the time, Roberts was portraying a born-again Christian, so after the match, Austin cut a now famous promo during his coronation, telling Roberts, "You sit there and you thump your Bible and you say your prayers and it didn't get you anywhere. Talk about your Psalms, talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says, I just whipped your ass." Austin 3:16 ultimately became one of the most popular catchphrases in wrestling history, and subsequently the slogan became one of the best-selling t-shirts in WWE merchandise history. It is also credited as the iconic moment that began the WWF's Attitude Era, along with the Montreal Screwjob. Number three, we have Lana getting injured, which led to Becky 2 belts. Now this story is pretty short, but still a big event in wrestling. In the Royal Rumble pre-show, Shinsuke shoved Rusev into Lana, knocking her off the apron and injuring her ankle, meaning she couldn't enter the Rumble later that night, which gave Becky the opportunity to enter in her place, win, and go on to win the Mania main event. Had Lana not gotten injured, would Becky still have found her way into the match, or would Becky 2 belts be non-existent? Number four, Ali's injury led to Kofi Mania. Despite the fact that Kofi Kingston worked incredibly hard to earn the WWE Championship, the whole opportunity did kickstart by a fluke. Kofi Kingston was never originally going to be part of the 2019 Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship, which started this journey. However, an injury to Mustafa Ali took him out of the match, and who was the man WWE turned into the hour of need? Kofi Kingston. That same night, WWE had a gauntlet match between the participants of the Elimination Chamber, where the winner got to enter the chamber last. While Kofi Kingston didn't win this match, he put in a real star-making performance. Kofi was already a star at this point, but lasting an hour and putting on such an unbelievable performance just reminded fans how good he was. It started to get the wheels in motion here as the WWE Universe began to react. With momentum behind him, the fans were desperate to see him win the big one. However, Daniel Bryan wasn't quite ready to drop his title at this stage, and in the end, the WWE Champion retained. It put sympathy behind him, and Kofi coming so close only inspired the fans even more. After the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, Kofi stayed in the mix and actually pinned Daniel Bryan in the six-man tag team match. He earned a singles title shot at Fastlane, or so he thought, because Vince McMahon ended up changing that, providing the first obstacle for him. Vince replaced him with Kevin Owens. Then on the night itself, Vince sent Kofi to the ring for a match. This seemed like he was getting added, but instead he was just a victim of Vince's mind games, as he was put in a handicap match with the Bar. It's interesting how this storyline really went full circle as far as Daniel Bryan is concerned. Vince McMahon used to call him a B+ player, but after Fastlane was all said and done, it was Kofi who Vince called a B+ player. After that promo, Vince agreed to give Kofi Kingston the opportunity to earn a WrestleMania title match. However, he had to once again run the gauntlet against a variety of wrestlers. Kingston did manage to do that, beating everyone until Vince McMahon added a last-minute final opponent, WWE Champion Daniel Bryan, who was sadly just too much for Kofi, meaning he had to keep scratching for his opportunities. Vince McMahon finally caved into pressure and gave Kofi Kingston one final opportunity to earn a title match at WrestleMania 35. However, Kofi wasn't to be involved, as this time his New Day brothers were forced to go through their own gauntlet match. They had to outlast the other teams involved in order to try and earn Kofi Kingston a title match. However, that is exactly what the duo did, as they won the Incredible Gauntlet match, securing Kofi a place at WrestleMania. Kofi Mania quite obviously took place at WrestleMania 35 itself, and what was one of the most heavily promoted matches. Kofi Kingston finally got his WWE Championship match, competing against Daniel Bryan. It is certainly worth noting in a moment itself, but the aftermath of Kofi Kingston winning the WWE Championship was massive. As the first ever African American to win the title, this was huge for so many people, providing hope to millions. Ultimately, Kofi Kingston had a great run as WWE Champion, holding the title for 180 days, which is certainly an impressive reign in this modern era. He defended against the likes of Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, and Randy Orton. However, that all came to a screeching halt when he ran into Brock Lesnar at SmackDown's premiere. The Beast made short work of Kofi, hitting an F5 immediately to defeat him and end Kofi Mania once and for all in under 10 seconds. Next, we have Stardust led to the creation of AEW. After feeling unsatisfied with his current position in WWE, Cody left the company in 2016. Fueled by his passion for the business and a desire to innovate, Cody, along with close friends and fellow wrestlers, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, embarked on a groundbreaking venture, the creation of All Elite Wrestling, AEW. With Cody's leadership and vision, AEW aimed to provide an alternative to the mainstream wrestling landscape, prioritizing talent, creativity, compelling storytelling, and fan engagement. Cody's role within AEW expanded beyond in-ring competition. He became one of the driving forces behind the promotion, helping to shape its identity and establish its place in the industry. His matches against the likes of Chris Jericho, Dustin Rhodes, and MJF became instant classics, showcasing his versatility and dedication to his craft. After years of speculation and anticipation, Cody Rhodes shocked the wrestling world once again by making a surprise appearance at a WWE event. The atmosphere crackled with electricity as Cody entered the arena, greeted by a deafening chorus of cheers and jeers. His return signaled a new chapter in his storied career, one marked by redemption, reconciliation, and the potential for epic rivalries. As he stepped back into the ring under the WWE banner, Cody's journey came full circle, a testament to his resilience and unwavering commitment to his passion for professional wrestling. And last but not least, we have this is 100% the biggest one of them all to date of all time in wrestling, period. Day one, which led to everything, basically. Without a doubt, the biggest butterfly effect to date, as it still affects today's wrestling. It started with the original plan being Big E vs Seth Rollins at the Day 1 pay-per-view and Roman Reigns vs Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. Brock was supposed to end Roman's reign as champion that night, and Seth was supposed to defeat Big E and go into Mania as champion. But because of Roman catching COVID, plans were changed. The WWE title was defended in a fatal 5-way match, and Brock ended up winning the WWE title instead. The titles also ended up getting unified at WrestleMania 38, which led to the tag titles being unified, Cody having a trilogy with Seth, Big E getting injured, the world title being announced a year later, and more and more. For a more in-depth review on this, check out this video by Superkick Studios. It's way more than what I can get into right now. But yeah, there has been a lot that has happened just off of that one pay-per-view. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this edition of Exploring WWE's Biggest What Ifs, the Butterfly Effect. If you enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe. We drop wrestling content weekly, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.